Alright, welcome to the tutorial for the amber. Starting things off, we're just going to place a square and a triangle. And door it off like this, and you're behind a window, or a door, whatever you like. Now, quickly we're going to expand to another square. Here you can add some boxes, repair bench, electric furnaces, whatever you want. And we're going to add another square, fill in this triangle. And you can put more boxes or deployables in there. This square here is going to be our furnaces and battery. Fill this in again. And you can place the battery in this triangle. And you can fit 8 furnaces in here pretty easily. Place them like this. Easy. And the final step of expansion is our jump up out of starter and our ankle biter peak. And that's the whole starter done. Now let's expand into Honeycomb and our compound. Alright, first step, you're going to find this triangle right here outside the front door, and you're going to place a square outside of it and fill the rest with triangles like this. Then on the exact opposite side from that triangle, same thing here, square and 2 triangles, and the rest of these empty walls, there's going to be triangles for Honeycomb on our starter. So run around and put walls on all of these, except for this area right here on both sides. And on the roof, you can just cap these off, triangles. And then you can upgrade all this to like armored or metal to increase the raid cost while you are expanding into compound. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is build up our externals, so I'm going to turn on 2-sided symmetry and go ahead and build out the wide gap here from this triangle. Leave this all twig for now. It's going to be replaced with something else soon. And off of this triangle, build out 4 squares. We're going to construct our external TC. I'm going to show how to make it bunkered here in a second. Place your TC on the right. It's the best spot for it when it's behind a single door because it'll open outward like this. Really easy. And here you can seal this off with a wall, or you can put some barrels here, which is nice to stash loot, but become quite obvious over time, so just do whatever you want. And then right here, you're gonna line up your foundation height of the other ones. Try to get that back left corner to touch the foundation over there, and leave a gap between this front corner and the the wall should be at 79% stability and should only open on one of the sides. So here I did it perfectly, so I'm going to replace the square with a triangle using this build out. where these are strong. Add a backup foundation to discourage soft siding. There you go, there's your bunker external TC. And then to do our compound bedroom here, we're going to remove these foundations, raise them up, and then upgrade them. Place walls, upgrade these as well. Build a temporary twig here to give us some stability while we connect our external. And there you go. And if there's a gap right here for you, you can upgrade this to metal. You'll get a conditional that'll close the gap really nicely. Now to finish this bedroom, build windows on either side, add a doorway, ceiling, and then add our embrasures. And you can place like I think 4 beds here, but I'm gonna do 3 just for the ease of mobility. And then upgrade these foundations all around. A frame here, cover the peak. This. Have it. And now let's go ahead and do our gatehouse, and then the seawall, and then seal in the compound. Our gatehouse foundations are just like this. Half walls here so that we can have stability for our Patrico peaks. And build the airlock over here. And I'm going to use a shop front because it allows better visibility. Even though it's a little more expensive, I just like it better. And then just build some frames here for chain link. Build the turret pod right there. And let's complete the seawall foundations. Triangles and then a square. And then make sure these are all connected, so half wall, window, half wall. Connects all these foundations so they don't decay. On this side, same thing. That should connect them. Now we can go ahead and place our 4 compound walls per side. So here I'm just going to angle it perpendicular to this door piece here. That same thing here. Leave small space, but just like that, that's perfect. And then here, just connect these. You can shift place so that you can kind of phase them into each other, make it a little bit of a tighter seal. And then just mirror it on the side. And very close to complete. Now that those walls are placed, you can put a barricade on your gatehouse. Maybe one even up here to be safe. Then these require 2, but they should overhang as well. Just add some protection there. And then your large furnaces, you can place between 4 and 8. I just like having 4 here. It minimizes the blind spots from turrets, but you can place another here if you really need it. Just keep in mind there will be some turret blind spots if you place another. And then let's get some windmills set up so that we can power our turrets. So here's how I set up my windmills. I have these bedroom towers that go up like this. Turret pod on top, and finally you can put the windmill up here. Those should generate some good power, and why not go ahead and build up the rest of it so you can get some bed respawns and defense going. So build up, seal these peaks and barrels in there, even though there is a spot for a locker. Locker might be tricky to place if that's already there, but it's easy for me. Then door it off, and you can put 2 beds side by side here. And then for the turrets, place the frames. Turret here, so that watches behind you. This turret can just go right up here on your gatehouse. And you can fill these in with whatever window you want. Alright, now the compound and towers and everything's done. Let's get into expanding into the open core. Alright, so I'm going to turn symmetry off just to make this a lot easier for you guys. So the first step I do is I come over here and build my entrance on this side by my front door. This is where our drop boxes will go, and the jump up goes right here. Half wall, half wall. Then I'm going to, let's get the center part of the open core done. And the loot rooms are symmetrical, so on this big opening, place walls all around like this. Can be our 8-box loot room. Ramp down here. And what I'm doing here is just placing the floors through the wall. That gives me temporary stability for these. Fill this part in too. Make sure you don't place the half wall here yet, because we still need to place these top boxes. Then over here by one of these retake spots on this side that doesn't connect to starter, this is a great spot for a battery. It'll be honeycombed and out of the upper raid path by shooting floor. And then going back to our starter entrance, build our vault loot room right here. Place the boxes in like this. Get these 2 top ones as close to you as you can. Wall up here, half wall. Full wall this. Here you can put your ankle biter bedroom. And the locker goes in this triangle. 2 beds down here. And an extra barrel. Some extra kits and Dropbox storage. Now expand up here. These are where our shooting floor retakes go. Frankly, to tighten it up. Fill all of this in. Don't place anything here yet. I'll get to that later. And I'm gonna go build the vault on this side too. And now we can build up the entrance here as well. same shooting floor retakes right here with their embrasures. Door and then wall all this off. And let's door off our roof access here on both sides. This gives us a little jump up to our bedrooms. Very easy. Heading back down here. Now we can finally place our Opencore boxes where they're supposed to go. Here, and then seal this off with half wall. All of these boxes. These sections can both be done. This one I have my tier 3 in, of course. Boxes like so, however you want. And then on both sides here, you're gonna do your shooting floor retake, and then the turret goes underneath. That it watches our jump up, drop down, and entrance all around. Pretty good. Same on this side, turret. And then this triangle, do either a barrel or a locker, whatever you want to do behind your vending machine bunker. I like doing a barrel, it's just door opening outwards, and line up your vending machine so that there's no gap, but you can still access the barrel. Pretty simple, pretty effective too. Now let's expand up into our shooting floor. Here you can start adding your extra batteries. Area I'm building right now will act as like an early game roof or backup roof when your shooting floor collapses later on in a raid. It's also a great spot for us to get some vending machines up. sell your stuff in the vending machine. Then these peak backs help you take control of your roof. We have great early game angles here. All around the base, really nice. And good mobility onto our towers. And if you want to, you can add some turrets in these turret pods already to cover your roof here. Now I'm just going to go to the outside of the base and finish honeycombing everything where we didn't already. Filling all these gaps in the walls up to the shooting floor. Alright, and once that looks all nice and neat, I'm gonna fill in some frames that I missed here. Now we can start work on the wide gap shooting floor. Braziers on the outside. And seal. You don't need a door there. I'll do the same thing on the other side so I can start using symmetry. It does take quite a while to do a complex wide gap shooting floor. Alright, now turning on symmetry again. Build up the frames of the shooting floor metal all the way around the compound. And then I'll show you where the windows go. So you have windows, half wall window there. Here too. Fill the shooting floor with frames. Build up the roofs so you never collapse and open your shooting floor from the top. Place doors and open them here to cover this wide gap. Now going back into the compound, we're going to build up frames that give us some shooting protection. Build up 3 here. Side 2. Alright, and then down here you can add in your netting. That will take you up to the reverse waterfalls. And then place your ladder half. That when you stand on it, you get a nice one-way retake. It's half of the roof. Do it on both sides if you want to, but it is not necessary. On this side, I'm going to add in another windmill just to give our base some extra power. Barricades, their aesthetics. And now we're going to protect these shooting floor peaks really quick. Just with some low walls there. And that is it. That is the finished tutorial for the Amber 6-man circle base. Hope y'all enjoyed and you like the base. Anyway, peace out. See you in the next video.